Hello, my fragrance BFF. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have for you 7 irresistible fragrances with raspberry vibes. So if you want to break hearts, then keep on watching. The first perfume I would like to talk about is from Parfums de Marly and it's Oriana. This is a Barbie doll bottle, which I don't necessarily like. It's too pink. Also, when I take the cup, it comes out completely. So Parfums de Marly quality check. Never mind that. It came broken from the beginning and I didn't bother to send it back. What matters most, it's what's inside. It has notes of bergamot, mandarin, grapefruit, orange blossom, raspberry. In the base it has whipped cream, marshmallow, musk and ambrette, which I love very much. I have a crush on ambrette nowadays. And what it smells like, for me, it smells like so much fun. Again, it came out completely. It smells like the best day of your life. Imagine you are going out for a picnic with your family or your best friends and you have with you some treats. You have with you some raspberries, some marshmallows and some Turkish delights, and those Turkish delights are made of orange blossom and they are covered with powdered sugar. And it's delicious. It's a fluffy, airy experience. So I think this one works very well in the heat, in the summer. And I always like to wear it during this time of the year. I bought it last year and I also combine it with Baccarat Rouge sometime. I think they work together. Oriana from Parfums de Marly. It's a beautiful one. The next fragrance we have, it's from Kajal, Almaz. It's supposed to be a diamond. This is delicious. It's irresistible. It has blackcurrant, Calabrian bergamot, lemon, mandarin orange, raspberry, orris, heliotrope, Turkish rose, brown sugar, Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, musk, and amber. I mainly get raspberry, musk and brown sugar, and that brown sugar makes it almost like a cookie. It's something that turns a little bit towards the musk in Kirke from Tiziana Terenzi. That's coming up next. But it doesn't get to bother me. It's also similar to Oriana. It is being compared and it's a great one. I always receive compliments and it's irresistible for people smelling you. The bottle is also a work of art. This one is also a fun scent and I wore it last weekend. We went to Papillorama in Switzerland. It's a place where they have a lot of butterflies. It stayed with me throughout the day and in the humid and the hot weather, and it did a wonderful job. So imagine you are somewhere in a natural park surrounded by butterflies and you are present in the moment, enjoying the beautiful day. Next one is from Tiziana Terenzi. It's Kirke. What I don't like, this cap doesn't seem to sit here. It has passion fruit, peach, pear, raspberry, cassis, sand, lily of the valley, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli, and heliotrope. What I get mostly is that fruity aspect, and for me it's raspberry fruity vibe. It can be also nondescript fruitiness. I get passion fruit also and raspberry and a lot of musk and sand. So imagine this perfume having the texture of sand. I love the opening. I would love it to stay the same way. And then in an hour I get that chemical base, some Roxanne, artificial musk, whatever it is, super powerful. I'm quite jealous. If you don't feel that chemical base, that's great. I would love that would happen to me too. I took this with me my trip to Mallorca, and I loved to spray it during the morning. It gives me energy, and I love that about it. And at a certain point, I also got a nose make to it, so I didn't smell it anymore. It didn't even bother me. And I used quite a lot of it during my trip. And then when I got home and washed my t-shirts, and when I took them out of the washer, they were clean, I could smell that chemical base. I will keep this in my collection. It was a birthday gift. It's a statement, it's a powerhouse, it's another good one. People can smell you. Whenever you wear a fragrance, you want people to smell you. Next, we have a perfume from Roja Dove. And my favorite, it's 51. I have the essence here. I don't know if you can see how much I used. It's up to here. I would bathe in this. And unfortunately, it doesn't last. It doesn't last at all. I spray it and then in 1-2 hours it's gone. But still, it's worth it. I think it's the most beautiful, feminine, fluffy. It will never bother anyone. It will break hearts. This is completely irresistible. I think it's also mass appealing, but it has that luxury vibe about it. And everyone, I think, will love it. But nothing mind-blowing, so it's not niche, super unique. It's just blended to perfection. It has a million notes: bergamot, ylang-ylang, raspberry, gardenia, orange blossom, tuberose, lily of the valley, lily, jasmine, May rose, vanilla, benzoin, cashmere wood, sandalwood, orris, violet, cinnamon, anise, clove, and patchouli. I mainly get raspberry, ylang-ylang, and vanilla. This is so delicious. Imagine you're having some kind of milkshake with raspberry, and you also have as a side dish some raspberries with that fluffy texture. You know, when you have a fresh, ripe raspberry, and it's so delicious, and when you take a bite, it's yum. It also has some super light, super light and fizzy. You know, when you open a cola bottle and that air comes out and it tingles your nose, it has a little bit of that vibe. I don't drink cola anymore. It's not healthy, but I really enjoy it in my fragrances, as I do with all my sweets. The best food and the best drinks in the world, I want them in a fragrance. I love gourmands. In my imagination, it's so beautifully blended that I get something almost edible or drinkable. It's a beautiful creation, and it's perfect for the summer. It's one of my favorite summer daytime fragrances. Irresistible. We have a fragrance from Simone Andreoli. It's Glaze Ecstasy. I ordered it from Maison de Parfum, but I found it on Fragrantica. I was looking for gourmand fragrances, my favorites, and I found it. And it's actually exclusively created for Maison de Parfum. I don't know if you can find it in other places, but this is delicious. It has notes of raspberry, apricot, custard, caramel, and vanilla. How delicious can it be? And it's another irresistible one. It smells so delicious, and I think they imagined as if you are walking into a patisserie, a bakery somewhere in Paris, and you feel the aroma of all the beautiful cakes they are baking there. I get raspberry, and you know, when you have some fruitiness, somehow you can't really identify which type of fruit it is. For me, it is raspberry more than the apricot. This is also compared to Attar Hayati, which has only raspberry or mainly raspberry. It's sweet, but it has a niche vibe. It's not what you find on the designer counter, in my opinion. And in the same time, I think it's super appealing to men and also to children, because it smells like the most delicious raspberry cake. Imagine you are in an amusement park, a fantasy land made of cupcakes and candies and cookies and raspberries and cotton candy. This is amazing. It's like a roller coaster through a delicious sweetness, raspberry, custard, fantasy land. It's also very sensual and easy to understand. I don't know where it comes from, but on my skin it pulls a little nuttier and it lasts long. If I spray it before going to bed, I can still smell it the next morning. A beautiful Gourmand, Irresistible, that will definitely break hearts around you. Glaze Ecstasy from Simone Andreoli. For the last two, maybe I cheated, maybe I did not. The raspberry notes is not listed, but my nose can sense a raspberry there. And the first one is from Bulgari Baccarat. Maybe I'm being influenced by the bottle, which looks so great, but I don't think so. I think it has raspberry. They disclose only vanilla, gardenia, and amber. It has this upscale vibe, like a raspberry candy, like cream savers, you know, the spiral candies that have both milk and raspberry. We get the same cream savers candy vibe with Almaz from Kajal, but this one is muskier. And Baccarat is really creamy. It's the creamiest thing and super, super realistic, milky raspberry candy. Imagine you are sitting by the beach and you are having a raspberry milk candy and you are sitting on a hammock enjoying the beautiful day. You are suntanned and you hear the waves and it's the most amazing thing in your life. It is sweet, but upscale sweet, and it's a gorgeous one. It doesn't last. I spray it 20 times, but it is worth it in my opinion. So I bought it in Zurich airport for 160 Swiss francs, 100 ml. So I think it's a good price for their luxury collection. It's irresistible. It will turn heads and you will get a lot of compliments. We have a fragrance from a not so popular brand. The brand is called Another, and the perfume is FL18. It has a magnetic cap and also with polarized magnets, so it will twist. That's great, and this is a brand which is sustainable, ethical. The box didn't have any plastic, and they say that they don't invest in marketing. All their bottles look the same because they focus only on what's inside. What's inside is what matters as the soul of a human being. They also say that they have unlimited budget for the perfumer, no boundaries, everything that they can imagine can come true. Again, with this one, raspberry is not listed in the notes, but my nose can sense raspberry. It's raspberry, saffron, leather, super unique, super special. The notes that they say it has: cotton candy, saffron, elemi, ambrette, mate, night blooming jasmine, leather, cashmere, labdanum, and amberwood. I love amberwood, I love saffron, and now I have a crush for ambrette. I think it's so sensual, and the way it dries down on your skin, as in Contremoi and in Guerlain Neroli Autre Noir. Oriana here has ambrette in the dry down. I think it's gorgeous. This one is being compared to Tom Ford Tuscan leather, Byredo black saffron, Givenchy haute couture eau de toilette. And I also find it super, super similar to Kinetic Parfums Sillage. And I had a sample kit from them, And sillage is supposed to be like the emotion you get when you are being touched. I am wearing it in the summer weather. I also get some mula mula vibes, a tiny bit with the fruitiness and the wood. There isn't wood here, but they somehow recreate that airy, smoky vibe. The perfumer is Nathalie Barnero. She was inspired by one of her good friends. She had an effervescent personality, always wearing leather jacket, but fun with a good sense of humor. So she tried to put her personality in this fragrance. This is something else. It's not completely sweet. It has that cotton candy, but this has niche vibes. It's not a dupe house. I'm not supporting any dupe houses. The perfumer said that they had their own inspiration and they are being compared, but I think this category of fragrance really deserves to have 10 different options because it's amazing, and the trail it leaves, it's incredible. To test that, I usually spray in my bedroom and then I go around the hallway just to pick something up, and I go back to my bedroom, and then I have the chance to see how the fragrance trail actually smells. And this is super incredible. It's raspberry, smokiness, a tiny bit of leather, but I think the leather is mostly from that saffron. And it's super airy and it's amazing. Imagine you are wearing a leather jacket, a raspberry perfume, and you are somewhere out by a bonfire. There is some smoke in the air. It's the sunset. You have the most mesmerizing aromas with smoke and raspberry and sweetness. I would wear this all day, all night. Now I am a little bit obsessed with it. The quality of the bottle is super, super nice. And the sprayer, look. See? The sprayer is top. It's irresistible. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being with me in another hot summer day. Let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite raspberry or fruity, irresistible fragrance. Wear what makes you happy, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!